Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the mining profitability experiment. Sorry I haven't done a video in so long. I think my last video was probably 8 or 9 days ago. I've been away on holiday, so I haven't had a chance to actually make any videos, but I have been able to keep the chart updated. So yeah, I guess we'll get into it. At the moment, I've also made a few changes to the spreadsheet and just how it looks. Just so it fits a bit better on my laptop screen. So as we can see here, everything's trending in a fairly linear fashion now with one another. Algo profit switching has actually been taken over by the z-cash mining. Only just, there's not a great deal in it. If we have a look here, 0.284 z-cash or Litecoin earned through z-cash mining, and 0.266 earned through algo profit switching, so there's not a terrible discrepancy. The Equihash profit switching has also actually overtaken the algo profit switching. I have been noticing when I log into the miner through TeamViewer that it does seem to be spending most of its time at the moment on Zcash, or not necessarily Zcash I should say, but on the Equihash algorithm. I haven't actually determined what it is mining, and I haven't really looked, to be honest. But it has seemed to have spent the past week or a few days at least primarily mining Equihash. As we can see here, the black line here is just purely a linear trend line based against the algo profit switching. So just so I could sort of see where that was drawing in terms of its generalized trend, we can kind of see where everything else was going, as it's all fairly linear. But back in the beginning, when it had this nice little bump here, I sort of wasn't sure where it was trending in relation to the others. So yeah, but as we can see, they're all trending fairly nicely in a fairly linear form. And if we're looking at the daily earnings over the past sort of couple of days, so what do we got here on the 20th and the 21st? Oh, sorry, that'd be the 20th, I think, and that's the 21st. Yep, so 20th and 21st. We had a bit of a dip in terms of generalized profitability on all the coins, and then from then on it's kind of just been up and up and up until yesterday, and then everything's kind of taken a bit of a dive today. The reading between those coins was, if we flick over to here, so since the last video I think I put up was somewhere around the 14th or so. So yeah, I have had a few days where I haven't sort of had too much of an opportunity to check it as regularly as I would like. But yeah, so it's still sort of keeping as a globalish average of about 23-24 hours between checks. But obviously, as you can see here, that's obviously fluctuating a bit. As we go, we can obviously see that the projected averages are getting more and more accurate to what we are realistically going to be looking at. So as per usual, I'll put a copy of this spreadsheet on the Google Drive and put the link to it in the description for you all to view at your own will. But yeah, so we're sort of drawing to a close on it. I will probably wrap it up on the 30th of April, so in 5 days time. Just that way I can sort of get my rig back to mining some other things and hopefully earning me some more money, and sort of getting to its ROI a little quicker. I've definitely missed out on a few good opportunities, such as the Raven coin mining, which a lot of people have made a lot of money from. But that's alright, because at the end of the day, now we have some hard and fast data as to what is actually worthwhile doing. And so far, based on my learnings and my projections and the results that we've achieved, I was dubious about profit switching in the beginning. It just didn't seem like it would be much better than just solidly mining a specific coin or simply flicking between, say, your algorithm, so the Equihash algorithm, as all the coins in there are going to be similar in terms of profitability to one another. And yes, I do understand there will be some fluctuations in terms of valuation, etc., which will affect how much you earn. Like, I'm reasonably certain that the only reason, or one of the few reasons that the z-cash has sort of taken the lead here as it's become a little bit more profitable in itself to mine versus Litecoin. So I imagine the exchanges are, the exchange rates between them is kind of where I'm picking up that little bump from. Not to say that algo profit switching is not more profitable than solid mining. As you can see here, it is still reasonably close to within spec. Like, we can see what the difference here is. Only 0.018 Litecoin, which I think at the moment Litecoin's worth about $150, so it's only worth a few dollars at most, so it's not really that different. So it sort of stands to reason that it's not worthwhile to do it, but it's not really, in my opinion, worthwhile doing it either, especially if some pools pay you out based against the number of shares you've recently submitted for it. I think it would stand to reason that you would earn more by continuing to mine a single coin or sticking within an algorithm, although I think shifting around within the algorithm, like the Equihash profit switching on Mining Pool Hub, will probably affect your number of shares submitted payout increase, if there is one. I don't know. So yeah, that's about where it stands at the moment. Yeah, what do we got down here? So we can see here, just looking at the linear trend lines for the profit switching, the Equihash profit switching has overtaken it as a generalized everyday earning. That's symbolized by the red line here. They intersected on, say, the 13th and the 14th, somewhere around that point. That's when it became more profitable to do the Equihash switching. And then I guess since probably then is when it would have continued to be a better option to have done that versus the profit switching. See if I can have a bit of a look here for when they intersected. So it's around the 13th, 104, 117. So yeah, it got overtaken on about the 11th, give or take. Well, somewhere between the 11th and the 13th. It got overtaken by the profit switching of Equihash, and then from there, Zcash has gone on to overtake that as well. So yeah, but that's where I'll leave it for tonight, guys. I hope these videos are as useful to you guys as they are to me. It's definitely been an eye-opener in showing that it may not really be worth your time, in my opinion, to bother with profit switching. And yeah, also, like, in my opinion, the Windows operating system does use more power based on my experience. Swapping to simple mining, I used approximately 150 watts less from the wall. I'm assuming that's just due to general system overheads, the services that have to run, etc. In saying that, I am running my Windows 10 build as stripped down and as vanilla as possible. But yeah, I know that with the RX series Radeon cards and possibly the Vega series, I'm not sure, but I do know that with the compute drivers, they do perform a lot better. But in order to use that feature, you have to run Windows 10 with the relevant drivers and BIOSes, etc. on the cards in order to take advantage of that. So that's a nil issue for me. So after this, I would definitely be going back to Simple Miner. I also have to admit it's a bit more stable. I'm sort of always having to log in and check that the miner is still running away properly, and that Windows hasn't decided to hose everything as it does. But yeah, so I guess I'll end the video there, guys. Just a quick note, we're projected to earn 2.28 at the end of 30 days. Admittedly, I am going to wrap this up on the 30th, and we started on the 3rd, so that will only really be 27 days, but it won't be too far off that at all. And that's giving us a daily earned total of 0.01 Litecoin per day on average. And yeah, we're currently sitting at 1.59, so 1.6. I'm projecting that to go to approximately 2. I'm speculating we'll come out of this with about 2 Litecoin. Yeah, well, actually, I can probably tell if I change this to... Oh no, that's the projected based against the average for the others, which are multiplied by 30, so that's alright. I'll definitely do an update within the next day or two, and then on the 30th as well. But yeah, anyway guys, take it easy, and like, share, and subscribe, and yeah, see yous.